Good morning, watch nerds. I just sold my wonderful San Martin SN0144-39mm in blue. So why did I sell it, I hear you say, when it's so wonderful? Well, the answer is, I bought the new updated version. To be honest though, the watch is pretty different in just about every respect, so I'm not sure why it hasn't been marketed as a different model altogether. Because it's so different, I haven't taken down the video of the old model, which by the way can still be purchased. And welcome to my unpaid and unsponsored review of the San Martin SN0144-CG JianZahn. So let's get the price out of the way first then. Well, it was originally listed at $480 or £352. And whilst even at that price it's well worth it, I generally don't think anybody's really paid that. The best price I could find though was on the Thorn store at AliExpress during the sale. And after I loaded on all the discount codes, I picked one up for £209, which included postage and VAT. Stop presto, it turned out they didn't actually have any stock and could make no guarantee of when they would send me the watch. I ended up cancelling the purchase and bought an X-Review model from another YouTuber. Well, this is the third iteration of their packaging, and whilst the best, perhaps it's time for them to update it a bit, and that doesn't mean it's not okay. As you can see, it's a cylindrical PVC case with a cushion inside. It comes with a 2-year warranty card and a few tools. And just a quick wrist check, this is my watch of the day. It's the vintage Seiko Silver Wave. So let's start off with the dimensions, because they may be slightly different to the old model. The case is 39mm, the lug width is 20mm, the depth is just 10.2mm, which includes a flat sapphire crystal with AR coating, and the lug to lug is 46mm. Now once adjusted to fit my 17cm wrist, it weighs about 124 grams. In my opinion, the watch wears more like a 38 to be honest, which I think is a good thing. Inside is the Miyota 90S5 high-bit automatic movement, which is one of their undated versions of the 9015, the other being the 9039. This is quite strange because the 90S5 is suitable for skeletonized watches and it costs more due to additional decoration. But this isn't a skeleton watch, and neither does it have an exhibition case back. How strange. It's a 4Hz movement that ticks away at 28,800 beats per hour, hacks hand winds, has a power reserve of about 42 hours, and when regulated correctly it can be extremely accurate. Now I have had and do have the 9000 movement in dozens of watches, and I've never had an issue with one of them. Now although less expensive than an ETA 2824 or a Solita SW200, I believe it's as good. Of course, some may not. In real life, this one is running at just plus a few seconds a day, but let's see what it looks like on the time grapher. There we are, an excellent beat error, a good amplitude, although not fully round, and a very good rate. The beautifully milled 6mm screw down and engraved crown helps with the watch's 100 metres of claim water resistance. As you would expect, it operates the movement with ease, although when screwing it in, it's not buttery smooth. Now that may be something San Martin want to think about as they go forward. The bracelet on the earlier version was fantastic. This one's even more fantastic. It's a 5 individually linked Jubilee, but it's probably the best Jubilee I've ever handled. All the links have got polished chamfered edges, including the undersides, which don't just look great, they make the bracelet very comfortable. Now following down from the 20mm solid end links, it tapers to 16mm, then back up to 18mm for the clasp. Adjustment is made by removing very well engineered screw pins, which the company even supply a screwdriver for. It doesn't have quick release spring bars, but who'd want to put a strap on a watch when you've got a bracelet like this? This is about San Martin's third on the fly adjustable clasp, and they keep getting better and better. It's solid, it's very well made, it's nicely brushed, and it's signed. All in all, I'd give the bracelet and the clasp a 10 out of 10, and I don't think I've ever done that before. I have to admit, the main reason I sold my last SN0144 to buy this new updated version is the dial. The old one was great, but this one, well, in my opinion, it's just more original. I simply love the applied Chinese numerals and the curved batons in every other position. The rabbit hair textured fume dial is stunning and quite possibly their nice dial to date. Now they've chosen to use the San Martin printed script instead of their normal hex, which on this occasion I think is a good choice. Now this style shows San Martin's Chinese heritage, which in my opinion is so much better than pretending to be European. It's quite possible most of you are aware that San Martin refer to these dials as JianZahn, which is a form of Chinese pottery. At present there are 4 options, 3 of them being different shades of blue and 1 being brown. I find that quite strange, but suspect it's going to change anyway. On this particular option the hands and the indices are gilt, which I think suits the dial brilliantly. Now, as well as the hands, the indices are filled with a very generous application of BGW-X1 lume. As you would expect with any San Martin watch, the lume is fantastic. Here is a speeded up degradation video of that lume. Just when you think San Martin's steel case finishing can't get any better, it actually gets better. Apparently they use the same methods to finish their steel as high-end Seiko watches do with their Zaratsu polishing and brushing. Honestly, I genuinely believe you can spin whatever you want. It really doesn't get much better than this. The majority of the case is finely brushed, with only the transitional chamfers being highly polished. Now the fixed concave bezel gives the watch a bit of originality, and the lugs have got some really good downturn, meaning it fits really well to the back of the wrist. The screw down case back is the same as the last model, which is good because I really like that. It's got some oil press characters which I believe read something like Made in San Martin, and there's some basic information engraved around the sides. So what do I think of the San Martin JianZahn SN0144-CG? Now there's a mouthful. Well, I think it's absolutely amazing, not just because of its spec and overall quality, but because of its fantastic aesthetics. However, unlike the last model, I think this is going to be a little bit more Marmite, and I can see some people not that keen on the indices. I'm not one of those people, and I think it just makes the watch a little bit different. Would I recommend one though? Of course I would. So that brings me to the end of this review. So if you've enjoyed it, click on the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave your comments below, and as usual, enjoy the rest of your day.